advertising agencies have a responsibility like anybody else. And if the world and governments are changing, we have to either lead that conversation or reinforce what we need to do. Brands need to change. I'm not holding back on that thought that all brands need to be partly responsible for the situation the world is in with consumerism as it is. And it's not to say consumerism is bad. It's not bad. But it's the way we consume, it's the way, largely the waste side of consumerism I'm more interested in. You know, fine to use recyclable cars, to recycle cars, recycle products and use plastics that are recyclable, but a lot of it ends up in the Pacific Ocean, and that's, you know, the main issue. And of course energy is the other issue. So it's not, technology is going to solve the issues in the end, it has to. So, but it's about being smart and being progressive and embracing technology, as opposed to saying old technologies are what is going to solve the problem. Economics and profit is not going to solve the issues of the world. But I have to say, all brands are making, some are making more changes than others, and it's the pace of change that we need to get to and encourage. That's all. But the world's not going to stop. Economics is not going to stop. I can help facilitate. We can help facilitate the message to understand that it's a big message that needs to be done. I don't see this. I see it potentially as, you know, a conflict, but I think we all have to address it. We can come up with ideas and all say the right messages, but it's actually getting the message across in the media to get the message across to people. Like I said, you know, we might run and make some nice print ads about saving whales and, you know, plastics, but it's to get it to the mass audience, and that's the issue for me, is the media to get the message across. I mean, I'll ask you, would any human being that saw the film of those birds being choking on plastic say that's a wrong thing, something's wrong? That's the question I'll have for human beings. There's no issue. It's a wrong thing to do. And so you can't make that choice anymore. The world is actually a tipping point where we can't make the choice that it's in economics versus the environment. Everybody has to push towards the environment on their agenda. You know, even if they take that first step, I think that's the sincerity. And actually, a brand manager taking the first step is a huge task, because I say, you know, it's as human beings, it's something they can feel that they're doing good. I think anyone that does any good is great, no matter what degree it is. It's not just for their own image. I think in the end the consumers will say, you know, what's your credentials on this? And I think that's what I hope, is that it's just information for consumers. You know, the thing is about the free market and consumerism, it's a choice. And when consumers choose a brand because it's doing better for the environment, then that's going to be natural selection take place, if you like, through economics. And I hope that's what the future is going to be for most brands. And so most brands need to see the writings on the wall. If they don't take that environmental path, consumers are not going to go with it. Eventually they'll come to a point where they'll choose the other brand sitting on the shelf, and, well, you know, and they realize that one's good for the environment and that one. I hope that's the choice that they'll make.